Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dental Momentum. Jared Duckett back at you with another video to help you get better. So guys, continuing to stay on this spigot metaphor, analogy, whatever you call it. We've talked through the water coming into the spigot, right? The production, how much is coming in, what does it consist of, all that fun stuff, right? The spigot analogy is what comes out of the spigot, if you will, is the cash flow after everything's paid for. Right? How much is the doctor taking home in that dental practice, right? So as the production's coming in, silly analogy, but as the production's coming into that spigot, what is filtering out that water? What is keeping the water up in that spigot and not allowing it to come out, right? Well, think about it. It's expenses. What is expenses in a dental practice? It's overhead. What I want to talk about today is just really briefly, because we're going to dive into each of these categories, if you will, is how we look at overhead. And we are huge, friends, advocates for Dr. Michael Abernathy. If you guys haven't heard of him, check him out. He is a dynamic individual, just so knowledgeable as a dentist himself, but owning all kinds of practices. And if you haven't checked out his book, The Super General Dental Practice, go check it out. If you need a copy, get with us and we'll get you one. But in his book, he dissects the 6 categories of overhead that he uses, which we love and we use with all our clients, right? And I'm going to go over those 6 briefly. And you can kind of split the 6 between 2 different types of overhead is how I look at it. And that is variable cost and fixed cost, right? Variable costs are ones that fluctuate with the amount of production going on in the practice, right? On a monthly basis, they can go up or down depending on the production. Fixed costs, meaning they're pretty much fixed every month to a degree. Doesn't matter if production's up, down, whatever, those fixed costs are what's going out, okay? So the 6 categories, first, let's hit on the 3 variable components of it, all right? Team compensation, laboratory costs, and then dental supplies, okay? Those are the 3 that can fluctuate with the production. And you might say, well, Jared, my team compensation's fixed. Maybe. Should it be? And we can talk through that later on, all right? The other 3, the fixed costs, that's just fixed costs that are going out every month, no matter the amount of production. Those 3 are facility costs. We'll dive into it. So like rent, etc. All right. Office supplies, okay. Office, admin, general, that sort of thing. And then number 3, marketing. Okay. So I want you to go back, listen to all 6 of them. And then what I want you to do is go look at your profit and loss statement and see what you've got on those. Okay, we're going to do a video down the road to go over how we like to look at a profit and loss statement. But really, you need to try to look and simplify your profit and loss statement and try to, you don't have to, but try to, if you want, to fit all your expenses, overhead expenses into these 6 categories, right? There's a 7th, and that's doctor expenses. That comes after. That's after the overhead, right? That's what's left over. Okay, and we'll talk through that as well. But long story short, 6 components of overhead. I want you guys to look at your P&L. The next 6 episodes into the 7th from this, we're going to dive into what is in each section of that overhead. What is an ideal percentage on an ideal general dental practice that Dr. Michael Abernathy goes over, and what everything needs to look like in there. So guys, just go back, look at your profit and loss statement. We're going to keep it simple. 6 different categories of overhead. And I guarantee if you get simplified in your profit and loss statement, it's going to make things easier to manage and you're going to get better. So guys, I hope you found some value in that. Go keep getting better. We'll talk to you guys soon.